G'day there, my name's Hef and I'm going to explain what a VPN is. Virtual Private Network. If you work with computers in your job, say you're an office worker or developer, anything that uses a company infrastructure, there is a good chance that if you're working from home, you will be using a VPN. If you are looking at this and you want to use a VPN for reasons that aren't related to business, later on I'll explain the benefits of VPN for individual users and why you'd want to do it. So a bit of background on VPN. VPN started around the mid-90s where Microsoft needed to develop a protocol and a way to wall off sections of networking and their computers and servers from the public internet. So a VPN will get you onto a private network where businesses are able to have all their servers, all their shared documents and information available within the local permissions for users, rather than it being available on the public web where all kinds of naughty people can try and get in and get all those types of information. The reason that your company may have a VPN is so that the network devices on that private network have access to other networks. What does that mean? Let's say your company has a VPN and it has a particular location on the internet called an IP address. That IP address can be given permissions to services on a client's network so that any connections to, say, try to remote desktop will be allowed through if the IP address is from this whitelisted range. VPN for everyone. So these days, lots of people want to use a VPN, and not just for work reasons. If you like Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, any kind of streaming service that has licensing, which is location restricted, you may want to use a VPN so you can access everything that this service offers. It's a bit of a cat and mouse game, so Netflix knows about this, all the streaming services do, and when they see a bunch of people connecting from the same IP address on numerous accounts, they can tell that it's a service offering some sort of network tunneling, and they squash it. Then the VPN fires up another service, or another service that you can switch to will do it, and it'll work for a while. Privacy. If you don't like the idea of your ISP snooping, if you don't like the idea of your government snooping, if you're doing some sort of financial transactions on the blockchain or in crypto, you may not want it to be linked to your IP address. So a VPN is good here again. If you're able to use different VPNs or different IP addresses, so exit points, that's even better. Each time you get on there, it looks like you're in a different country. Makes it harder to be discovered if you do need to conceal it. How to pick a good VPN provider. How do you know which one's good? A few things that you're after. First, decide if you want to use a paid service or a free service. When using either of them, try to find one that has a no logs policy. A no logs policy means they will not record anything ever. Everything just passes through, and they don't try to keep logs on who's connected to what and what's been sent through it. These are the best types. With free services, I'd be surprised if you can find any that offer a no logs policy. Usually, if you get something for free, generally you're the product. Just make sure that if you do find a VPN provider, that it does cover the countries you want. No point getting a VPN that only exists in America if you want Netflix content from the UK. Thanks for watching the video. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and while you're here, check out some of my other content. that they will incur an expense to help you out. The other thing to check for is what countries are available for your VPN. What I mean by that is not if it's available to you, but if you can appear or connect to a VPN exit that is in America, a VPN that is in, say, Sweden or France or America, Australia, anywhere. And just make sure that if you do find a VPN provider, that it does cover the countries you want. No point getting a VPN that only exists in America if you want Netflix content from the UK. Alright, so essentially that's what a VPN is. We're not going to get too technical on this. It's pretty high level. VPNs are good. Hide your privacy. If you're using a public VPN, use a different one each time. Limits the amount of exposure to get to possible honey traps. Stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. Peace. Just remember,